Good morning. This is lesson 5A. We're going to be learning about how to subtract mixed numbers. So, number 1 says, solve the number story on this screen and the next. Use a different strategy for each one. Raphael drew 2 line segments. The combined length was 7 inches. One of the line segments was 2 3/8 inches long. How long was the other line segment? Okay, so first things first, like we've been doing, is we're going to find the hole. Now I'm looking through here, and what would the hole be? Yes, that's right. It would be inches because that's what we're talking about. So it's going to be inches. Okay, now we need to do the number model with the unknown. Okay, so I know it's going to be a subtraction problem. So what am I subtracting? Yes, what I should be subtracting is 7 inches minus 2 3/8 inches equals, I'm going to put L for line, okay? Now they want us to think of one way that we can solve this mixed number subtraction problem. So let's think how we're going to do this. Okay, so what we would do is when I look at this, I think, I can't take 2 3/8 away from 7. That's too confusing. So in my head, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to 6 8/8 because that's the same thing. It's the same thing. But now it'll be a little easier to subtract. So I'm going to take 6 8/8 minus 2 3/8. Okay? So now I'm thinking of that. One way to do it is you can break it into 2 subtraction problems. So the first things first, I'm going to take 6 minus 2. So when I take 6 minus 2, I get what? 4. I get 4. Then I'm going to take 8/8 minus 3/8. So I'm going to take 8/8 minus 3/8. And so when I take 8 minus 3, I get what? Yes, I get 5. Oh. I messed up here. I made a mistake. I accidentally put a 5 on the bottom because I was thinking in my head that that was the answer. Whoops. Let's change that to an 8. There we go. Oh, everybody makes mistakes. Even teachers. Okay, so now I just put my 2 answers together. So my answer with the units is 4 5/8 inches. Okay, so here's my answer. All right, let's look at the second one. Okay, solve the number story. Use a different strategy than you used for problem 1. The wingspan of a dragonfly is about 6 7/10 centimeters. It is about 1 9 centimeters wider than the wingspan of the mayfly. What's the wingspan of the mayfly? How are we going to do that? All right, so first let's find the hole. What's the hole going to be? Yes, it's going to be 1 centimeter. Okay. Now let's do our number model with the unknown. So I see that we have 6 7/10 centimeters, and we have 1 9/10 centimeters. So I'm going to take 6 7/10 minus 1 9/10 to equal W. Okay, so last time we solved the problem one way, and now I'm going to show you a different way to solve the mixed number subtraction problem. So, as you can see, we are going to have to take 7/10 minus 9/10, and that might be kind of tricky. So, let me show you a way that you can do it so that we don't have to worry about subtracting those. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn 6 and 7/10 into, we're going to turn that into 6 plus 7/10. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to make 10 my denominator, and my numerator is going to be what? Yes, it's going to be 60, because when I'm converting, I need to remember that 6 would be 6 different groups of 10. So it would be 60 over 10 to equal 6. So 60 over 10 is what 6 would be, because I have 6 different groups of 10. And then now all I'm going to do is add my 7/10 to it to get 67/10. Okay? Now I'm going to worry about making my 1 9/10. Okay? So I'm going to take 1 9/10 to equal, this one's a little more simple. What would be 1 if my decimal is tens? Not my decimal, sorry, my denominator. Yes, it would be 10. So it would be 10 over 10 for 1, and then I would still add my 9/10. And so then I get 19/10. Then it makes this problem look a whole lot easier, because now I'm going to have to do my work down here because I'm running out of room. I'm going to do 67 over 10 minus 19 over 10, and that equals, what's 67 minus 19? Yep, it would be 48, and then I just leave my bottom number the same. Okay, so you can write it 48 over 10 as an answer. I don't have enough room on D, so I'm just going to put 48 over 10. Or, what's another way that you could write it? Yes, you could write 4 8/10, because we know that there's 4 groups of 10 and 48. So we take that out, turn it into a 4, and then we have 8 over 10 left. So your answer on this one should be 48/10 or 4 8/10 centimeters. So I'm going to put my label down here since I don't have a lot of room. So that should be your answer. Okay, let's go to the final screen. Okay, so we're going to subtract again to show our work. I'm going to show you how to do a couple of these, and then I'll let you do the other ones on your own. Okay? So let's take 6 3/5 minus 2 1/5. So when I take 6 minus 2, I get 4. And then I'm going to take 3 minus 1 to get 2, and then I just leave my denominator the same thing.